December 26, 2004, dawned bright and peaceful along the Indian Ocean. Tourists lounged on Thai beaches, fishermen in Sri Lanka readied their nets, and families in Aceh, Indonesia started their day. The sea was calm, no hint of danger, but beneath the ocean floor, disaster was brewing. On Maicao Beach, 10-year-old Tilly Smith noticed the sea acting strangely, bubbling, fizzing, and then pulling far away from shore. Curious tourists wandered toward the exposed seabed, but Tilly felt a surge of fear. She remembered her geography lesson. This was the warning sign of a tsunami. Tilly pleaded with her family to leave the beach immediately. Her urgency convinced her father, who rushed the family and others to safety. Hotel staff began evacuating the area. Tilly's quick thinking saved lives that morning. While many watched in fascination, she recognized the danger. Her story is proof that knowledge, even in a child's hands, can be life-saving. The beauty of that morning was a mask for the disaster racing toward shore. For those who listened, those few minutes meant survival. The wave was coming, and the world was about to change. Sometimes the smallest voice can make the biggest difference. In moments of crisis, what you know can save you. The calm was over. The tsunami's story began deep beneath the Indian Ocean. Tectonic plates, locked in a centuries-long struggle, finally slipped. The seafloor lurched upward, unleashing a magnitude 9.1 earthquake, one of the most powerful ever recorded. The energy released was unimaginable, sending shockwaves through the water. Like a stone dropped in a pond, the ocean rippled, except these ripples were massive tsunami waves. In deep water, the waves were barely noticeable, racing at jet speed across the ocean. As they neared land, the waves slowed and grew, transforming into towering walls of water. The receding sea was the first warning, the trough before the crest. On shore, people saw the ocean vanish, not realizing it was the deadliest of signs. The Earth's violent shudder had sent a silent, unstoppable force towards millions. In minutes, the world would witness nature's raw power. The countdown to disaster had begun. The wave was almost here. The tsunami struck not as a wave, but as a wall, a roaring, churning mass of water and debris. In Banda Aceh, it swept away everything: cars, homes, entire neighborhoods. Survivors described chaos, no up or down, just violent currents and darkness. The water was thick with mud, fuel, and destruction. People clung to anything, rooftops, trees, even refrigerators, to survive. In Sri Lanka, a packed passenger train was lifted and destroyed, killing over 1,700 people. The waves came in series. After the first, some thought it was over, only to be caught by the next. Survival was often luck, being in the right place, grabbing the right object. Some found safety on high ground, others were swept miles inland. The tsunami's force flattened concrete, erased coastlines, and left scars that would never heal. For those who lived, the memory of that wall of water would haunt them forever. The world they knew was gone in minutes. The true power of the ocean had been unleashed. In the aftermath, silence replaced the roar. Only devastation remained. Amid the destruction, humanity shone brightest. With official help far away, survivors became rescuers. Strangers pulled each other from wreckage, shared food and water, and comforted the injured. Local fishermen risked their lives, navigating debris-filled waters to save others. In Sri Lanka, a baby found floating on a mattress became a symbol of hope, reunited with his parents after a DNA test. Tourists and locals alike set up makeshift clinics, tended wounds, and searched for the missing. The disaster erased social barriers. Everyone was equal in need and compassion. In the face of nature's worst, people showed their best. Acts of courage and kindness became lifelines. The bonds formed in those days would last a lifetime. The tsunami's legacy is not just loss, but also the resilience and generosity of the human spirit. Even in darkness, hope survived. Strangers became family. The tsunami's waves receded, but its impact lingered. Towns vanished, families shattered, and over 230,000 lives were lost. Survivors faced grief, trauma, and the daunting task of rebuilding from nothing. Aid poured in, but recovery was slow. Homes, jobs, and security had to be restored. Children, many orphaned, bore invisible scars, yet from tragedy came change. The Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning System was created, and communities now practice drills and teach tsunami awareness. Tilly Smith's lesson became a model for education worldwide. Memorials and annual ceremonies honor the lost, and survivors carry on with a new normal. The tsunami taught us about nature's power and life's fragility, but it also revealed the strength of the human spirit. We remember, we prepare, and we help each other. The story of 2004 is a lesson never to be forgotten. Out of devastation, hope and resilience endure.